Hey, what's up? This is Matt from Exhumed. Real quick before we get into the playthrough video, thanks for checking it out. All of our songs are in B standard or baritone tuning. That's B, E, A, D, F sharp, B. So be sure to check out the transcriptions with the guitar in that tuning. Also, if you're enjoying these, please like and subscribe so that we can keep doing more for you guys. All right? Cheers. Hey, what's up? It's your old pal Matt Harvey from Exhumed. I'm back again with another playthrough video. Real quick before I get into it, all of our playthrough videos have links in the description where you can download a PDF of the tablature for the song or the Guitar Pro 7 file. If you don't have Guitar Pro 7, you can use the PDF, but if you do have it, you'll be able to see the actual files that I'm using to write the entire song, the drum parts, and so on and so forth. If you don't have it, I highly recommend beginning to use it. It's a great place to sort of store all your riffs and all your ideas and arrangements, and you can come back to things that you've written years later, and you've got the riff right there. You don't have to worry about your memory, because if it's anything like mine, it's probably not that great. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to get into Defenders of the Grave. So far, I've mostly done older songs. I wanted to do something a little bit more recent. Defenders of the Grave is the first song from Death Revenge. And if you've seen these videos before, you know I kind of go through and talk about some of the inspiration for some of the riffs. So let's do that now. The beginning of the song kind of starts with a slow sequence of riffs that goes on for like a minute, which is something that we typically don't do. If you heard the last record, Horror, most of those songs only lasted a minute. So it was a little unusual. The first kind of main riff, which is... that one's very inspired by a Pestilence riff from Consuming Impulse. That record has been one of our main influences. I believe, I want to say it's in Chronic Infection, but I can't actually remember off the top of my head. But the riff, I'm going to play it at pitch. It's a little awkward, so forgive me. It's... I just got that cool little synth. Wow, 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 that little bit. Anyway, I always thought it was a really evil sounding riff. So that was kind of the inspiration for the beginning part. And the way that we do it, the intro is the same riff, but each phrase is played in reverse order and an octave lower. So instead of... it's... And that kind of happened. Mike was trying out some tom kind of ideas that were a little bit more rhythmic, and I really liked it, but I was trying to play along with him, and I played the fucking riff backwards. And I was like, hey, that was a good idea. So it almost has a similar vibe as the beginning of Immortal Rights by Morbid Angel, which starts off Altars of Madness, where you hear the riff backwards. And then you hear the riff the normal way. So it's got that same kind of like draggy, weird vibe to it. And then the next riff, the kind of the mosh riff, I guess. Which I could have played better, but whatever, you get the idea. Anyway, that was inspired by the beginning riff of Through the Eye of Terror by Bolt Thrower from Realm of Chaos. And this won't be a pitch because they're tuned to A, but I believe the riff goes... something like that. So that was kind of the inspiration, but then what I ended up writing kind of almost sounded more like the beginning of Death Squad by Sacred Reich from the first Cut Off Ignorance. Which I always thought was like one of the coolest kind of mosh sequences in later thrash. I used to listen to that album on my Walkman because it was the exact length of my walk from my house to the school bus stop and my school bus ride to, I guess it would have been 8th grade. But yeah, I would start my morning with that tape. Anyway, the rest of the song is sort of more like your normal Exhumed, shifting power chords quickly in that sort of blurry, kind of Napalm Death type way, and some speed picking riffs and stuff. The only other riff that's kind of sticks out, I guess, is the chorus riff. just kind of a death-ish sort of riffs. And I think at the time I was writing Twisted Prayers for Gruesome, and I'd come up with the chorus riff for Waste of Life, and it was like, and so I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But then I adapted it to be more like the chorus from Under the Knife, an old song from Anatomy is Destiny, which was so it kind of combined, you know, those ideas into hopefully something different and noteworthy. Anyway, last note about this song, I did not attempt to transcribe nor attempt to play Bud's solo. My solo, however, is transcribed. I play pretty much the same thing every time. So you can check that out in the transcription. And just in case you're wondering why the second solo section is just a riff going, it's because I'm not going to play Bud's stuff because Bud's much better than I am. So I'm going to leave it alone. Anyway, cool. So yeah, enjoy the video. I'll shut the fuck up and check it out. Defenders of the Grave. Cheers.